Hey gang, this is Vicky Kelly. I just wanted to go over the trades that the system would have taken today. But again, because it's Fed week and quad witching for options expiration and everything, it's a great week to go on vacation and not to trade. But let's go through these anyway. So this was a little more difficult to see this first one. It was pretty easy to figure out it's going up. It's a little harder to figure out where to get in because of the fact that all these pullbacks were still would have stopped us out if we didn't get in the right spot. So our entry actually would have been right here because of this is the second energy line, and we would have written it up to about right here, giving us about $750. Now, you say, you look at that and say, well, how did we miss all the rest of that? Remember, this system works best in a environment that is not heavily trending, and that is 2 out of 3 days. In fact, sometimes it can even trend and we'll still be fine. It's the heavily trending days. So more than 2 out of 3 days, it'll be range bound, and that's what we do the best in. But even still, I want to show you that the system still actually did just fine. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to get this to be able to show you what else it did. Um, so I drew these energy lines here, but you could have looked at this and said, wait a minute, this could go here. And that made all the way up to that target. Now, these energy lines would have been 16-point energy lines. So I wouldn't have even taken all of those anyway. It's like the difference between pickleball and tennis. We are playing pickleball. We want those moves where you swing, it'll go into the other side in the court, but you're not having to grunt and groan and strain to try to get the ball over the net, clear through back to the next player. We want those short court moves, and we would have probably only taken this one anyway. So, but you could have drawn the energy pattern this way if you had decided to do so. There was a stop out here. Let me go back to my pen. There was a stop out here because this did set up and it went down to a 200 level. Again, not unusual for a heavily trending day for it to do that, stop us right out, which it did. But then when this next setup came here, we would have gotten in and taken it all the way down here for an 800 per contract win had you taken that one as well. So again, it would have been fine to sit out today because you don't know which ones are going to work, which ones aren't on a week like this. The odds are still in your favor if you're very, very careful and you pay a lot of attention, but it is much better to just sit out this entire week, except for maybe a little bit of time in the morning and maybe the first 15, 20 minutes of the day. And so, again, this still would have worked and would have worked out fine. However, it was just as valid to go to the beach and not have to work today. Tomorrow, quad witching, we will not be trading tomorrow under any circumstances. And so just keep that in mind. So I'll turn it back over to you, and you got this.